Hey guys, welcome back to Here's Rodder's Reviews. We're doing some more of He-Man and the Masters of the Universe as we are getting prepared for Revelation coming up very soon. This episode is Song of Celice, and I'll start off these reviews just by checking out the little synopsis that you have in the back of the box of the DVD, and this one here is fairly accurate to the episode, but sometimes when I look at DVD covers and read these sort of things, I'm kind of like, the guy that wrote these, he only had one job to do and he kind of screwed it up. On this here it says our heroes visit Tehran on a diplomatic mission, but are startled when an earthquake begins to shake the city. They're even more amazed when a woman called Celice manages to stop the earthquake by singing. As soon as Evelyn learns of this power, she sees a way of using Celice to capture Castle Grayskull and use its powers for her own. Now, that's fairly accurate to the episode, apart from the fact that Evelyn isn't the main driving force behind this idea of capturing this singer. It is Skeletor. He sends Evelyn and Trapjaw to go and get this singer. Basically, in this episode, there's a huge monster that lives below this city, and if it ever awakes, it'll rip the city to shreds, and then it'll go after everything else on Eternia. And Celice is it's like the song of the siren, her singing puts this monster back to sleep again, and it was this monster that started the earthquake. So we discover that essentially through the song of the siren, Celice is singing, she can pretty much control anything that she wants to control. And Skeletor always spying on people, sitting in Snake Mountain, and he's got his little magical viewer, and he's watching everything that's happening, and he sends his hordes out to get her. So they go kidnap her, bring her back, and Skeletor's plan is to put the sorceress to sleep and use the singing to open up the door of Castle Grayskull, and he can take full control of Eternia from there. That's the seat of power, basically, to Eternia. But problem now is, because Celice is no longer in the city to keep this giant monster asleep, it's only a matter of time before it wakes up, and they've got no defense against it. So He-Man and Orko, Battle Cat, they go after the monster to try and stop it, along with Lizard Man. And I think now in the run of the series, it's been quite a few months since I did the previous episodes to the series. I don't think Lizard Man showed up before this episode, but he was there, another character, and we get to meet some like cave trolls in the underbelly of Eternia as we go looking for this monster. And when they're about to find the monster and its lair, they discover the monster isn't there. It's already awake and it's gone, but through other tunnels. These tunnels kind of, where this monster lives at, they kind of stretch out around all of Eternia. So through one of the tunnels they can hear Celice singing. She's been mind controlled by Evelyn to sing to put the sorceress to sleep. So they know there's trouble, have to get the Grayskull, and that's where the final confrontation starts to happen between Skeletor, He-Man, and the forces of good and evil, basically. And the monster does turn up in the middle of the whole battle, but He-Man is able to defeat the monster and drop it into a bottomless pit, essentially. So by the end of the episode, Celice says, you know what, it's my whole purpose in life was to sing for this monster, to keep it asleep, and now that it's gone, I've got no purpose. And the good guys, He-Man and Man-at-Arms and Tila, are like, you know what, there's still a lot of evil on Eternia, and we can use all the help we can get. And Celice is like, I've never had real friends before, and I'll do my best to help you out. And the episode sort of closes off at that there. This one here is, I thought to myself, said in the last episode, there's that little public service announcement part at the end of the episodes where one of the characters from the show will actually pop up on screen and talk to you as the viewer and give you the moral of the story, basically. And in all fairness, it might be the fact that it's fairly early in the morning, but it kind of got past me, this one, as to what the real moral that we're going after here. I was kind of thinking in the closing there, whenever Celice said that she had lost her purpose and she was only supposed to be singing. I thought it was going to be something along the lines like friendship and purpose in life. But then again, I'm thinking this is a kid's show that was made for children back in the 80s, so it's probably a bit of a deep lesson for kids. But Tila pops up at the end of the episode and she's like, and today's story, Celice was able to keep this monster asleep through her singing. And if you're ever feeling down, you can sing a song, or maybe even whistle, or even smile. It'll make you feel better. So very, very simple little moral to the story at the end of this episode. But again, just like yesterday's episode, I'm 42 years old right now. I was the target audience for the show when it originally aired, and I sat with a stupid big grin on my face the whole way through this. And I was just like, there was a moment during it where I actually caught myself and I thought, look at the state of you, you big idiot. But that is the beauty of a show like He-Man and the Masters of the Universe. Something that you grew up with as a child. There are certain things in life that are just windows to a simpler time, and for me, shows like this, or the Transformers, or Dungeons and Dragons, or something like that, something from the early 80s when you didn't have too many cares in the world, simpler time. I think this is something that a lot of people should really just take a little bit of time and just sit down, check out a show from their past, and just, stuff this carry on with, you grow up and you think to yourself, the socially acceptable thing for me to do to make myself feel good at the weekends, do my week's work, and then I'll get out and we'll start drinking lots of beer and smoke cigarettes and stuff like that there, and, maybe, I don't know, take some illicit substances. But, for me, this here was just the feel good thing of the day for me. So I'm enjoying the absolute crap out of this series. I'm enjoying doing these videos. I'm going to continue doing them for the show, and Revelation is on the way.